And we're live. Good evening. My name is Max Solo, owner of MaxBuilt LLC here in Charlotte, North Carolina. And today I wanted to bring a gentleman in. He's all about quality, Nikita with Righty Homes. And the reason I wanted to bring him in is pick his brain, get his human experience, see why he does what he does, how he does it. And again, this guy's all about quality. So Nikita, welcome.
Thank you, thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? You can start from the beginning, where you guys came from, what you did, what you do. I know me and you have focused on mostly you and your father have done a lot of siding jobs for me.
Yes.
And you're kind of branching out into different fields. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself, like where it all began?
Okay, so my name is Nikita Radon. I'm 21 years old. I was born in Everett, Washington, and about 5 years ago, we moved here to Charlotte, North Carolina, and that's where we live. Met my beautiful wife 4 years ago, and we've been married for 2 years. So, and I've been in siding for about 3 years or so with my dad. I picked it up from my dad. When I first moved here, I started HVAC. So I was doing HVAC for about a year, and then it just wasn't for me. So I went into working for Spectrum. I was a contractor for Spectrum. I worked there for a year. It was good. It was good money. I just did not like the fact that somebody was telling me what to do. I don't like when someone tells me what to do. So I went with my dad. So my dad has been doing siding for 20 years roughly. He's great quality. I picked up from him, and we're still in the siding business today here in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Do you have anything else to add, or are you good?
Good.
Okay. So basically, I caught that you're a young punk.
Yes.
You're
21.
very young, and I appreciate when young guys kind of figure out what they want to do, whether it's construction, college. I respect that, where you're not like you had no choice. But to do construction. What made you decide to go in this field versus going to college or whatever? Getting a degree, like what made you was it your father, or can you tell us about that?
Well, in class I was the kid that messed around. So school wasn't for me since I would say middle school, like 7th, 8th grade. That was when I just started goofing off. I knew that it just wasn't for me. And I just completely stopped listening to the teachers, stopped studying and doing homework, because I knew I saw my dad was in construction. I wanted to do it. He didn't pull me in or anything. I just had a feeling that it was just for me. I liked it because I like seeing numbers. I like business. And hard work, it like pushes you and it makes you a strong man. So I wanted to do that. And I was goofing off, went into high school. And then in 10th grade, it was just not for me anymore. So I went homeschooled. I got someone to finish my school for me. And then I started working with my dad in Washington. And then for a little bit, and then we moved here. And then just continued.
So you tried HVAC and Spectrum?
I tried HVAC and Spectrum first, and then I don't know. I liked working outside. I liked working with my dad, so I pivoted back into siding.
So you guys are one of the best siding contractors here in Charlotte. I've tried a bunch, and you guys are one of the best. I always if I get a high-end client, I'm like, Righty Homes. I even show them like your caulk joints.
Really?
Like how good they are. Because a lot of contractors struggle, even painters, professional painters, they struggle with caulking. Where did you guys learn that, and how did you learn that? I'm curious, because sometimes I try to teach the contractors this is how you do it, and they just can't do it right. Was it like I don't know. Where'd you guys
It
get
was
that
definitely
quality?
from Washington.
Okay.
Washington is more strict by quality, by a lot, compared to Charlotte. So over there, if you do a bad job,
Not acceptable.
it's not acceptable, and your phone won't ring from that builder again. So, you know, you have to do it nice. And then we moved here, and I guess that mentality just stayed with us.
Okay.
And we have to do a good job, because the builder, the homeowner's paying. They're paying you to do a good job. They expect you to do a good job. So we come with the mentality of, we're gonna do the best we can, you know? So we want the client to be happy. We want our name to represent us.
Yeah.
And we want the best quality that there is. You know, and we just want to see the builder and our client happy. So that's
well,
what
that's why I
Radon
call you
Homes
guys
does.
back.
Yeah.
I've never seen you guys cut corners, even when, you know, you're tired, end of the day, and you could up there, you know, behind the corner somewhere where the builder will never climb see it. You guys are always 100%, which I really appreciate and respect. Recently you got your general contractor's license.
Yes,
Are you
I did.
branching out?
I'm trying to. I actually just on my I bought a house. I remodeled it. It has 3 different lots on, or 1 lot, but 3 parcel numbers. So I'm trying to see if I could build a house there. So I just got the survey done. So I'm waiting for the report to come back. But yeah, I do want to transition into building homes, and preferably with my dad, because, you know, I look up to him and his quality, so he would help me out big time. So
so you're gonna keep working with your dad?
yeah, I think so. Yeah, we would probably build and then do some
you guys
siding
are a
projects.
good team. You know, if it works, it works.
Yeah, definitely.
Right?
Yeah, of course.
So what are your future goals for Righty Own Homes? Do you see yourself doing new construction, or kind of keeping siding, growing your siding business? Where do you see yourself, or both at the same time?
Yeah, well, definitely.
New construction or building homes is a different animal.
Yes, yeah, I know. If we do siding, then I want to transition into apartments, into bigger projects, you know, where you go into a project and you're there for like 2-3 months, you know. We still got to discuss, you know, whatever works out. But if it's building, then I definitely want to build. I want to build like spec homes, or like remodeling, just whatever comes at us.
Yeah,
you know,
just kind of see where it goes.
see where it goes. Yeah.
And again, we'll put all your contact info like at the bottom if anybody reaches out. What was I gonna ask? Do you have any crazy stories for us?
Yeah, I do. So recently, earlier this year, we were working on a project, new construction. We're just installing lap siding with my father and I. And it was in the ghetto areas of Charlotte. And out of nowhere, we get down from the scaffolding, and then we see a car fly by, like real fast. And then behind us, 2 cops on motorcycles. And then I guess they were running from the cops, and he does a loop around like the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And he comes back and he picks up a guy. And at this point, we know they're running from the cops. And then state troopers start coming, and they're looking for them. And they ask us, like, have you seen these guys? And like, yeah, they just went around the corner, but they live 3 houses down from where we were working at.
Wow.
So, you know, we didn't want to talk to the cops because, you know, we don't want to, deal with the people that live there, because they live there. So we're like, no, I mean, yeah, they went that way, but we stayed quiet.
Yeah.
And then there was a guy walking back. There was 2 guys in the car. There was a guy walking back, and he was holding his bag, and his shirt was dirty. So we knew like that he jumped out the car. And then that car comes back, and it goes to that house, and there's already cops in the area. It goes to the house, and he came there and then just left again. And then a state trooper comes, and that's when he was like, hey, have you seen them? We're like, yeah, they went that way. And then out of nowhere, just like a bunch of other state troopers just start coming, and that car comes back again, and to the house. Like, why to the house? You know? And total there were 17 like cop cars. So there was like 10 state troopers and 7 cop cars, and they were just like pointing guns at the house, and the teenagers, they're teenagers, like 20 years old and 18, you know, that age, and the teenagers that were running from the cops were legit recording the cops, and the cops have their guns at them and everything. And at the end of the day, the cops didn't arrest anybody.
Wow, so
they
just
did
like
not
all
arrest
for
anyone.
nothing.
I don't know how or what, but that's
crazy.
That was crazy.
That is
it was
crazy.
crazy. So
all this drama for
it's like the whole street was filled with like cop cars.
Everybody goes home.
Yeah, it was like nothing happened.
Yeah. You see a lot of crazy stuff out there.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons I like construction is we're in different places all the time, you know, whether it's like a high-end neighborhood or somewhere in in the ghetto or something, you know, you see a lot. Meet different people.
Definitely, yeah.
Which I'm still shocked. I just, you know, found out you're 21 and you're so serious about construction. A lot of 21-year-olds don't even know what they're doing. They're still living, you know, in mom's basement.
Right.
Confused. So props for that. And again, really respect your guys' quality and attention to detail. And I know you guys are I'm always throwing like all these crazy new ideas towards you guys.
Right.
And you guys have never turned it down, which I also like. Some guys are like stuck in like, all I do is lap siding. And that's it. And then you like, hey, can you do this? Like, you know.
Yeah, you just figure it out.
Yeah, you figure. I've watched videos. I've sent you guys videos to watch. And then we do it. And then, you know, to this day, a lot of those crazy siding jobs, I still get compliments. Like, wow, that looks good.
Yeah.
You know, versus something just basic.
Yeah.
So I personally, I like pushing the envelope. I like learning new things, new materials, new techniques, and I'm glad you guys are on board with that. Another question, what do you guys mostly do here in the Charlotte and surrounding area? Vinyl or fiber cement siding? Like what would you say is like the most preferable siding option?
Probably fiber cement.
Fiber cement.
I know vinyl down in like the Seattle area, vinyl has been not around for, well, it hasn't been there already for so long. Like they stopped doing it. But here, we moved here and it was pretty interesting because people are still wanting vinyl installed in their home. So, but I would say it's 50-50 to be honest. Region. Yeah, it's 50-50 with the fiber cement and vinyl.
Okay.
You know, I would say it's 50-50.
Okay. So there's no really wrong choice.
Yeah, I mean, they both look good. Yeah. But fiber cement is definitely the better choice to go in your home. Definitely.
They do have some very beautiful vinyl siding, but when I calculated it, it costs as much as fiber cement.
Yes. Yep.
Like the really good stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
Where maintenance free, you never have to paint it.
Yeah.
And I almost did one house, and then I compared it apples to apples. I'm like, okay, installing fiber cement, painting it costs as much as vinyl, and then the vinyl. Well, maybe we'll do it one of these days. You know what I'm talking about?
I do.
It's like it's got like it's insulated.
Yes,
on the back.
we did one.
Yeah.
We had a job like that.
Anything else? Do you want to add anything? Give a shout out to your company. I know you also did some pressure washing.
Yeah, I've done pressure washing. Yeah, that was fun.
Do you still do pressure washing?
Both my machines broke, so I gotta get them fixed. Yeah.
What kind of machines did you have?
Oh, it was like DeWalt. It was like commercial. It was like nothing too crazy, but it was like 4,000 PSI.
Okay.
I mean,
it's pretty crazy.
It's pretty strong.
Yeah.
It's strong.
4,000 is considered
4,000. PSI.
Yeah, I had a pressure washer that just sat around for years. I just sold it.
Really?
I thought I was gonna be pressure washing my equipment. I guess I just didn't have time.
Yeah.
I guess, no, thanks for coming in. Just wanted to get your name out there.
Okay, thank you.
Get your story out there. Also, just really proud that at your age, you already know like where you're headed. And I think if you keep working at it and growing the business, you'll be very successful because you're starting early, you know what you want, and hopefully I can be a mentor sometimes if you got questions, and only great success in the future.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you for coming in.
Alrighty. Thank you.